Good morning. Top of the morning, if you will. How are we doing? A lot has happened since the last time I saw all of you. The first thing that happened since I saw all of you is that, oh my goodness, excuse me, I had like a little bubble stuck in my throat. Y'all ever had that happen? But anyway, I have been listening well, I started listening. I haven't finished it, but I started listening to Ray's new album. Oh, wow. If you know who Ray is, Raye, she's an artist. She is a diva. She's a pop star. She on this new album, the album's called, I think it's called This Album May Contain Hope. And she has a song on there that features Hans Zimmer, like movie level orchestra score. Oh my gosh. It is amazing. If you first of all, I need a visual album for this album because it's so narrative driven. Wow. If you like a good like narrative, but also like a good little like, bad bitch, I'm where my girl's at kind of vibe, recommend because if you just need a good pep talk, honestly, because that's really what the whole album is. It's like, why are you so mean to yourself? Love yourself. It's very therapeutic. Highly recommend. Anyway, enough about Ray. How are all y'all doing? We have some friends in the chat. We have Savannah here. Good morning. We have Ian here. Good morning as well. Are you double timing with uh story time over on Discord as well as here? And we have Laura. Good morning. And then Megan's doing good. Wrote 4,000 words on Sunday after a 2-week dry spell. Megan, that's awesome. 4,000 words is wild. But good for you, girl. You slay, slay. I do have news, friends. I did in fact actually legally finish draft 4 of this book last night, and by finish the chapter that I had to write from scratch is not very long. It's like 600 words long, but I really like where a lot of this is going. And that the reason that I wanted to do the first draft of it last night, and today, by the way, we're starting over at the beginning. We're starting back over at the prologue. We're doing one more read through, and then and that read through is going to stretch over the next today and tomorrow, maybe a little into Sunday, just depending on how quick we can go. But that's what we're doing from now until I turn this book in on Monday. So I've been doing that. I've also I had a little FaceTime sesh yesterday with Madeline James. She is another author tuber in the fantasy romantasy space, and her book, Because the Beasts Came, is coming out literally in like a week. So if that's your vibe, then you should hit it up. Why is it not showing me my chat right now? Oh, there we go. Been in the last 2 story times, needed to write today. I felt that. That was me last night where I was like listening to it like a little bit, and then I would like put it on mute for like 20 minutes, do a little sprint, come back, listen to some more for a little bit, take a little break, and then and I did that back and forth until I finished it last night. And actually, if you were there at story time last night, I actually got to share some of the last lines of this book. So that was really, really fun. And everyone was so kind and just hyping me up and cheering me on. And I just love our writing community. I really do. Everyone is so kind and supportive and nice and just, I don't know. It keeps me energized. Keeps me wanting to keep moving forward with all the things because writing is hard. It's like mental turmoil. We choose this. But the like doing it with a community, I don't know. There's something about it. There's something about mutual destruction amongst a community, mutual self destruction amongst a community. That's what I love so much. I'm telling you. Thank you so much, Ian. Yeah, I didn't really do any kind of big hullabaloo about it. I mean, I did a little story time on Instagram. If you follow me over on Instagram, I do post stories there often. So I post there more than I post anywhere else, I guess. But um, and then also just completely unrelated, but is related to what I was originally talking about. Not only was Ray's album amazing, but then while I was on the call with Madeline. Yes, mutual self-destruction. I mean, that's what it is. That's what writing is, right? Or really any kind of art. It's like tearing yourself apart so that you can find a way to put yourself back together in words and paint and pencil and whatever your medium is. And but also I started working on my checklist of things to do while this book is with editor. And so I've been working on that. I got some Madeline shared a lot of great information about like arcs and how she did her arcs, because I'm definitely going to be doing things a little different than I did with Ghostwriters Club. I'm going to be sending out lots and lots of arcs of this book because I am wanting to have minimum like 50-ish reviews before the book is even published. That is going to be the goal this year. And so we're gonna try new strategy, but I'm very excited about it because I'm just excited to be at the point where I get to start sending this out to people, and they get to start giving me some of their thoughts on it, because it's lived with me and my beta readers. It has changed quite a lot since, since well, the story itself, let me say, has not changed much, but there's just a lot of little nuances that were not there whenever y'all got to read it. Hi, Ray. Welcome in. No, we literally haven't even started the first sprint. So, yeah, I took your meds, acquired coffee made by the husband. Amen. Yeah, I took my meds about 45 minutes ago. And then I literally, right before we started, made this giant iced coffee. So I'm locked in, clocked in today. Oh no, internet already went out this morning, hoping it holds out for the stream. Yeah, it's kind of like cloudy and stormy here. So if anything goes wrong, if anything disconnects, just know I'll come back. Eventually, I'm gonna do my best to get back because I'm never just gonna cut out. But if it happens to me, just know I'll come back. Yeah, I'm gonna be using NetGalley, but I'm actually gonna be doing a NetGalley co-op, which is I didn't even know existed until Madeline was telling me about it, and it's much more affordable than the way that I was gonna do it originally through NetGalley. So I'm so glad that she told me about this, because as opposed to being like $500, it's like $63 for like a month, which I'm planning to do arcs maybe for like a month and a half. Um, so it'll be less than $100 to do. And you can do unlimited arcs, like however many people request, you can approve as many as you want. There's no cap, there's no limit. So depending on how much interest there is, then we'll see. But but yeah, I'm already looking ahead at all that kind of stuff, getting literally the rest of my year between now and publication date all planned out. So I know that's what I said when she's told me that price. I was expecting a good like $300-400, but then when she said it was 60 something dollars, I was like, oh, that's it. I guess because everything else in publishing is so expensive. He says, as he just finished the last payment of his book cover and is paying the first payment to his editor on Monday. Ugh, it's hurting, but it's going to be worth it in the end because it's just going to make the book better. So it's worth it. Wish I had thought of that for my poetry book, but I think it's too late since it comes out in May. Actually, it is not too late because they recommend that well, from what I was reading on their website, they recommend you sign up a week before you need it. And so if you started like next week, I don't know if is it late May, early May, middle of May, end of May or early June, this picture perfect afternoon. Name that musical if you know it. Hi, Ellie. Welcome in. Hello. Welcome in, friend. Good morning. How are you? We were just talking about arcs and NetGalley and all those things because I'm looking ahead to all of that, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my own personal, like, because this is what Madeline did. She had her own personal, like, arc form where she herself sent out her own arcs, and then she did this co-op. So you never know. You never know. Hi, CC. Welcome in. How you doing? Also, really quick, everyone that is here, if you don't mind, if you'd be so inclined, drop in the chat because we have about a minute and a half before we get into our first sprint. Oh, okay. Ray, that's perfect. You could literally do that today. I don't know how extensive the application process is. I haven't done it, but they recommend you doing a week in advance. So if you and Madeline recommended only doing arcs for like 3 weeks to a month. So it's not too late for you. You can still do it. Just, I if you need, DM me on Instagram, I'll send you a link if you need me to send you a link to how to get to this co-op thing. But let me know. They do all genres. I don't know if there's any specific things that they do for poetry, but I'm sure there is. I just haven't. I literally learned about this yesterday, so my research is very minimal. Ooh, working from home, so you're able to tune in. Hi, Tammy. So happy to have you here. Yes, I'm also working from home today. I mean, well, technically we're off work for Good Friday, but I decided to take yesterday off as well so that I could spend 4 days pretending to be a full-time writer slash author. So having a great time, but I'm so happy you're here hanging out. It's gonna be a long one. So that's so fun. My characters are throwing wrenches in all my outlines and plotting. The whole ending might be changing. Megan, listen, I get it. I mean, that is what took me so long on this draft for, was the ending of my book because uh, oh, that's the end of our yap time. But ah, CC, exhausted but committed to write one chapter today for one of the two projects, but I don't know which one to do. CC, don't put so much pressure on yourself. Just kind of whichever one is just striking your fancy, because if you're exhausted, trick your brain into doing the thing that you think is the most fun. So whichever one you think would be the most fun to pick up where you left off. And you can even make it a little game. Go back and like read the last place where you left off in both and be like, you know what? This is the more fun place to start. Or let chat pick. That's, you know, just trying to take some things off your plate, because I know for me, the decision paralysis will put me in a block quick. So if you need us to make decisions for you, we'll do it. See, look, pick your wheel and just spin it. That any choice that you can take away from me will make every decision so much easier. Yes, writing time, either poetry or the novel, or hopefully not house cleaning. Hey, if you want to use this first sprint to just do some meditation and like wake yourself up, drink some coffee, just get yourself acclimated for the day. That's allowed. There's no rules here. We're all just trying to get through our creative passions together. Yes, decision paralysis is so real. Yeah. And you know what's great is when you have a husband who's also ADHD and neither of you wants to make a decision, but a decision has to be made. And so eventually we just kind of go back and forth until we make micro decisions until we come to the final solution. And by micro, I'm going to explain micro decisions, and then we're going to jump into this sprint actually. I'm gonna do this to keep me accountable, and I'm gonna restart my timer because hello. But anyways, as far as like what we do is like, so we'll say, okay, for dinner tonight, what flavors are you feeling? And so we might say, I could go with Mexican food, sushi, or pasta or pizza. I'll say pizza because pizza is usually one of our go tos. So I'll say I could go for Mexican, sushi, or pizza. And then from there, Clark will say, pizza doesn't sound very good to me. So that eliminates it. And so now we're down to sushi or Mexican. And I'm like, okay, well, between sushi or Mexican, which one of those sounds more appetizing to you? He'll say sushi. And I'm like, okay, cool. So now our favorite sushi places are boom, boom, boom. And then from there, we'll eliminate until we kind of work together and figure it out. And really, at the end of the day, it felt like neither of us had to make a hard decision. We just made little micro decisions that led us to the big decision. Oh my gosh. I I don't know how I wonder how that would go because I feel like all of the people that I know in my life, there ain't nothing typical about their neuro. You know? Like all of our neuros are divergent. And so I'm just I don't know. I'm trying to think if I know anyone, but I couldn't name anyone off the top of my head. But that's fine. That's a thought for another day. The thought for right now though is that we're going to write. Okay? So, with that said, friends, our first 40 minutes are on the clock. I'm going to go ahead and tell you my goal for today in general is I would like to get through for this stream. I would like to get through chapter 11 on here. Now, mind you, I'm just doing a read through like clean. So from beginning to chapter 11 by the end of this stream, we'll see how far we get at the end of this 40. But with that said, I'll see you in 40 minutes. Good luck. Sorry about that, fam. Honey was requesting to be fed, so I went to go feed her and her sister real quick. They're brekkie. But I was having fun reading this. I was reading this prologue and I was like, wait, Cody, why are you kind of funny? Okay. I like it. I really like what we've got. How did it go for all of you during that sprint? Do let me know. We've got our break timer going. So we got like 9 minutes. And I do have a couple talking points because some of you left some fun comments in the chat and I did star those. So we're going to talk about those. If you have anything you'd like to add, go ahead, drop it. Let me know how you did. And we'll get into it. Okay. So the first thing that I wanted to say was I saw this question from Ray. And this was right when we started, but I figured this would be a great talking point for after because I just love sharing like just things that I've learned or things that I've like seen other people talk about because I just love it. But can you give me a little more specificity on like what do you mean by filler? Are you looking for like interiority? Are you looking for like world building? Just like what genre? You know? We didn't say on here, I don't think. I'd love to know what you have to know where to go. But if you're like wondering like where to go with the story, as far as like what to do next in the story, I would say do the yes and no but thing that Brandon Sanderson talks about in a lot of his lectures, where it's like did characters accomplish task? Yes, but whenever they accomplish this task, they learned that this actually isn't the item that they needed, and they actually have to go do this other thing. And so, like anything like that that will help you, it's like rules of improv, um, just keep the story going and like, yeah, we did the thing. Oh, but plot twist, that's not what we needed to do. It's actually over here. So that's kind of like how I get unstuck in stories. So I hope that was helpful. And also as far as like fluff or filler, not fluff, but with this most recent draft, I've been doing a lot of character like it's becoming much more voicey. These characters are very much voicier in this draft and I love that. I love a voicey psychological thriller. So yeah, so I'm definitely finding a lot more things to add from their voiciness that's coming up because I'm learning more about who they are as characters. And so because I'm learning these things, I'm like, let's just sprinkle those things in there for funsies, little Easter eggs for people to find. So that's kind of my best advice. I'm trying to see if anyone mention literary fiction with bits of psych thriller. Anything not the skeleton. Gotcha. Lizelle Sandberry has a great breakdown of Save the Cat. Dan Wells has a great breakdown of the 7-point plot structure for growth arcs. Yes, there's so many. So many different resources out there. But the yes and no but is my fave to do if I'm ever just like stuck, if like within my outline, and then we had another question from Zilla who joined us during that first sprint. Not to distract you now, but would love an update on how your deadline is going during the break. Well, Zilla, I am happy to tell you that as of last night, I was on Evelyn's channel. She actually also just joined. I was over on Evelyn's channel, and yes, congrats again on finishing my draft. I finished implementing all of my beta reader feedback last night on Evelyn's stream. And today, and what I'm doing over the next few days is I'm going to be just doing one more read through, quick cleanup line pass, because this is being sent off to a professional editor on Monday. And it'll be out of my hands for a solid few weeks. And I'm low key really excited to let it go. Not because I'm not liking the story. I'm actually having a great time doing this next reread, which I was kind of shocked by because I was like, I've looked at this so much, I feel like I'd be bored by now, but I'm having a good time. But I'm definitely my brain is itching to get into more of my fantasy magic world and start, building that out more and fleshing it out more because I need to have my magic system pretty solid before I start book 2 because book 2 is when we actually get to like see the magic system and work because we don't ever actually get to see it in book 1 because book 1 starts with magicless people on magicless islands. So you don't really get to actually see the magic, but you will in book 2, which means I need to actually know what it looks like apparently. Okay, let me catch up on the rest of the chat and see how all of our friends did during that first sprint. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, there we go. CC, 583 words on Project Distance. Yes, because the wheel hath spoken and told you to do your slow burn. We love a slow burn. 802 words. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Fantastic work. Got most of my task list done for PTO, which means I get to plan next week's goals soon. Zilla, I'm so jealous that you're having a full week of just writing. I love that so much. I might honestly, and here in a couple weeks, I might do another little 4-day weekend for my birthday because why not? Because I do want to do the title reveal for this book around my birthday, which means that y'all will probably know the title of this book in like actually 2 weeks from today is my birthday. So in 2 weeks from today, you'll know the title of my second book. Oh, that's so exciting. Also, if you have any guesses, I'd love to know. And hello, Moncrief. Welcome in. Reworking the outline. Ooh, I love an outline rework. I really do. I just the outlining brainstorming. I'm actually really excited to get back into Project Purple because at some point, one of the first things that I'm going to do with book 1 is make a reverse outline because even though I made an outline, I didn't look at it hardly once. I just kind of went and let the story kind of tell me where to go, but still had the gutters. When you go bowling, you have the gutters that you can kind of bounce between. The outline was my gutters, and then I just kind of sort of played and went where I could with the things that were happening. It was very fun. Okay, but also Evelyn, hi. Welcome in, friend. And don't even worry about being late. It's literally 10 a.m. where I am. So I don't know what time that is for you. I think you're only an hour off, but I don't know if it's ahead or behind me. 127 words, worked the last 10 minutes of the sprint. Very nice. Okay, we're caught back up to this. Okay. Oh, actually did 603 words. CC. Slay. But you're back. That's all that matters. Yay, thank you. Thank you, Zilla. I was locked in, clocked in yesterday. I took the day off work because I was like, I need to finish this book and I just got to get it done. So we're doing a little 4-day pretend I'm a full-time writer author life. And it was Thursday, today, tomorrow, and a little bit on Sunday because I don't want to do a full work day on Sunday. I want to rest. Oh, that just zoomed in crazy. There we go. Okay, we got a line right here. Let's see. Moon smiled at the sight of the man she'd known to maim or kill without hesitation or remorse, simply because he liked how it felt, or maybe was curious what it was like to feel sitting there like Jesus, his disciples hungry for whatever scraps he might spare. Oh, that tracks. Cult leader in 1967. Amen. I'm so excited for this cult story that you're doing. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so much fun. Do you ever post in Miley story times? Are you even in that Discord? I'm probably getting my communities all overlapped and crossed over because I would love to hear more of this story. I'm just ignoring that chime for now. The Cambridge proficiency test. And besides working through the textbook, I decided to practice speaking by reading out loud. What a way to feel like I can't even read. I felt that. Nothing makes me feel more like Leah Michelle than when I have to read out loud. Like, I'm like, "Do I even know what a word is?" You know? Yes. I love a cult leader indeed, and just so as a fun little teaser, there is going to be pretty much a cult in book 2 of Project Purple, and it's gonna be run by a drag queen, and I can't wait. And a magical drag queen at that. Actually, they're not even a drag queen, they're just like I can't even explain it. Just just the most fabulous trans person you can imagine. Basically, she's Sasha Colby. If you know who Sasha Colby is, that is the leader of this cult in book 2. Ah, you need to get in those. They're very fun. Very fun. I was in there last I was actually on there last night when I finished this draft because I would like listen for 20 minutes, mute it, come do a little writing sesh, and then I would go back and forth, and then we just finished it. And it was amazing. 253 words and Project Valoria. I love that name, Valoria. It just rolls off the tongue. Cults and drag queens. Yes, they're all magical, darling. Indeed. Indeed. It's going to be very fun to write like that her character. I love her. Yes, Sasha Colby is queen. So basically imagine if Sasha Colby could do crystal magic and wield a weapon imbued by the power of a god. That is Farah. Everyone. Now bringing to the stage Farah. We love her. But yeah, that's the character that I'm most excited about for book 2. I mean, because because you meet 4 of the 5 crystal heroes in book 1, but you meet the last one in book 2. I love it. Anyway, I'm just that's not even the book we're working on right now. I gotta get back on this. Okay. We're gonna do a little reset. We've done sprint number 1. Okay. So with that, friends, the time has come for us to do our second sprint of the morning. I hope you are all ready and excited. I hope your fingers are all warmed up at the keyboard or that your pencil is sharpened if you're writing by hand or your pen is full of ink. Whatever it is that you're doing during this next 40 minutes, I hope you have a great time doing it. And I'll see you on the other side. Good luck. I was like, hello? That is not correct. Excuse me. How did we all do, friends? I'd love to know. I think I finished this chapter that I started with, which is the prologue. Um, I'm having a lot of fun with this. Let me know how you did. I'd love to know. CC got 859 words. Very nice. Ray ate breakfast, fed the pup breakfast with extras like spinach and broccoli and chicken and cheese. Yum. And then took the pup outside and sat for a bit. Love. Amen. That sounds like a wonderful, wonderful time. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, I think the prologue's done. And I really like some of these descriptions that we have in there. Oh, CC completed the chapter. Congratulations. We love to see it. And see, look, you've accomplished your goal because you said you just wanted to do at least one chapter in either of your stories, and you have done that. So, congratulations. And Evelyn got a little homework done. We love to see it. We love to see it. We love the productivity. I'm going to find a fun little section in this prologue and I'm going to share it with you. If you'd like to share anything that you wrote during the last sprint, please do so in the chat and I'll read it before we go into our final sprint because we are going to do one more sprint, everyone. So if you're still locked in for that, get excited. Spent 40 minutes trying to name a summer camp. It would be easy if it wasn't going to analyze someone there, but I don't feel like, yeah, agreed. Yeah, got to make sure it's not a real camp. Oh, thanks, Evelyn. I appreciate it. Okay, let me find a little something. Ooh, okay. I like this part. There we go. Okay. Here's a little section from the prologue. My family, what little I have left of it, called me crazy for moving to a new house on the same day every year. My friends tried to convince me I was making a mistake, but I didn't care. None of them understood how close I came to losing my son that night, couldn't comprehend my willingness to throw away everything to ensure it never happened again. Sitting here now, none of that matters. They're all strangers now. Uh, I'm taking out the first now. So it's actually going to be sitting here, none of that matters. They're all strangers now. Boom. Ooh, deep into reworking the outline. Have gotten to the final third though. So should hopefully be done soonish. Yes. That's so exciting. Reread and cleaned up previous chapter. Very nice. Very nice. The last line I literally wrote of that chapter was, I do deserve this. Amen. Yay! Oh, so glad, so glad. Yes. My beta readers were like, we need some more info about these people. Like, did he have friends? Did he have family? So that was like one of my little pieces that I kind of interwove into the prologue to be like, oh, so this guy has like isolated. It is literally just him and his son and no one else. So really, really clarified that in the prologue to make sure you know, like, this guy, he ain't playing around. He ain't playing around. Thank y'all. Y'all are so sweet. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I really do. Oh, goodness, goodness. I have a kitty and a honey with me. If anyone needs to be blessed today by one of the children, do let me know in the chat. Honey, would you like to bless the people this morning? Come on. Yeah, come on. There we go. Good girls. Bless the people. Bless the people with your powers and your magic and your wisdom. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's it. You said it, Diva. What do you have to say? Hmm. You have anything to tell him? Nothing. No thoughts. Ooh, my nose is itching. Ugh. Honey, I think your hairs have gotten in my nose. Oh, whoa. Where are we going? Thank you for blessing the people. Ugh. Duchess, would you like to bless the people? Ugh. And now we have a duchess to bless the people. Your people haven't seen you in a while, Duchess, so it was high time you graced them with your presence. Just vibing with a cat. Imagine someone just popping on the stream right now and just seeing me holding my cat hostage. What would they think of us? All right. All right. I'll leave you both alone. They're over it now. Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yes. Uh, thank you. That's so kind. Y'all are so nice. I just love hanging out with y'all on here. Yes. All the babies. Also, what is this doing? Is it like building a light? Wow. Y'all saw that, right? It's like building it. See, this is why I can't have this is so distracting. Okay, I got to change that. We got to have a solid light. Ooh, purple, pretty. Okay, there we go. Oh, yes, so sweet. All the pretty babies. Not me holding a Walter up to see Duchess. Oh my gosh, Walter and Duchess. We got to ship them. I bet they'd be best friends. Well, I don't know, actually. Duchess doesn't like most people or things. So who's to say, really? We can only hope. I need this cord to not be there. There we go. I kept kicking the cord and it was gonna break something. No, you didn't miss the stream, JK Lambo. We still have one more sprint that we're gonna be doing. So don't even worry about it. Yes, all the cute fur babies. And yes, we are having just one more sprint. One more 40. Very nice. Do some restocks and other stuff for the next sprint and then rest. That way you can be ready to fight again. Miley! Hi. How did your story time go this morning? Was it so fun? Do tell. Ooh, getting ready for work. Yay, yes. We're gonna be starting our next one, but I do want to hear from Miley before we jump in because I just want to know, who did we hear from? Let me go ahead. Oh, also, this is so random. Hold on, let me pause my timer up here because we're not going to start just quite yet. Because during that last sprint, I had a realization of fun. Ooh, yeah, story time was so fun. Great way to start the day. I love that. So good. But I had a realization that it would be really cool to, as part of like some of my marketing stuff, because I was going through and like reading some of the stuff, I was like, oh my goodness. I could do in like email threads. Like it'll just look like on my social media, I can like share email threads that are like that have been like recovered or found. And like it just there's a part on here where it's mentioning a timeline for these emails to happen, and that timeline is coming up in a couple months. Or actually next month. So I was like, what if I started like posting emails around the time that they're supposed to be happening in the book? And like these are like these found documents that are leading up to the release of the book. That was a thought that I had. I thought it'd be kind of cool, but that's all I got to say about that. Oh, that was a great lineup. Slay. Slay, slay, slay. All right, friends. Now, with that, we are jumping into our third and final sprint of this lovely, beautiful Friday morning. Best of luck to all of you. I hope you all have a wonderful, productive 40 minutes, whatever it is you're going to be doing. And I'll see you on the other side. All right, team. That was the end of the sprint. How did you do? I got through chapter 1, which is a sleigh. I actually am feeling really confident about this book, question mark. I mean, obviously, I've felt confident about it before, but like reading it now, I'm like, wait, this is kind of sounding like a book, like a real one. Like, that's exciting. I'm loving all the fun little, just, I don't know, little voicey things. And I hope you all enjoy them too one day when you eventually maybe read this book. You know what I'm saying? But do let me know how you did before we all disperse for the day. Also, Cece, I'm so excited for you. This library writing situation that you're going to be doing sounds so fun. So fun. Oh, thank you, Miley. I really appreciate it. I really want to like. I think what I'm going to do is I need to. I mean, wait. Question, Miley, for you. Do these story times are they like? Do they have seasons where they happen, like certain times of the year where like you do them for a few months and then you take a couple like a break? I'm just wanting to maybe possibly schedule some readings from this as like, pre-release for the homies so that y'all get to know a little bit more than, people who aren't in the loop. You feel me? So, ooh, waiting outside before your shift. Love. 661 that time. Cody, you're doing amazing. Thank you so much for the stream. Loved hanging with you all, of course. Thank you for being here. So appreciate y'all coming to hang out today. I mean, don't forget, we got one more stream this weekend. I'm literally live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central, and I'll be live from 10 to noon. So we'll be starting an hour later than we did today, but we'll be ending still around this time. So if you're around tomorrow, come vibe because I'm going to try to finish this read through tomorrow. So we'll see if that can happen. Yes. I mean, of course. Only the friends, only the online besties get the exclusives. Ah, amen. Amen. Oh, Ian, yay, finally starting to make some progress. That's exciting. I love to see that. Okay, so they happen when you have time, but definitely okay. I'll connect way in advance for sure. And we'll find a time slot that works. But I think that would be so fun. Maybe like I could do it like over the course of like 4 weeks where we get like the prologue and then like the first 3 chapters, and then because obviously I don't want to exceed any word count limits for the weeks, so we could do like prologue chapter 1, 2, 3, and then the next week the book's out, like how fun. Yes, gets me so motivated and confident. Yes, you got this. And also, Cece, if you're gonna be locking in tomorrow, I don't know what time you're gonna be locking in at the library, but if you need a buddy, we'll be live tomorrow. Yes, so down for this. Okay, Slay. Slay. Oh my gosh, Natalie. Hi. Hi, friend. You came just in time. We're about to end. I was able to get some tasks done, including finalizing an application for a paid writing opportunity. JK Lambo, that is a slay. Yes, that would be so cool. Okay, I mean, I feel like we got to do it. And okay, so now Miley, since we know now, all know the release date is going to be September 29th. That's a Tuesday. So maybe we could do like when I don't know what day or whatever day of the week works for you, but whatever 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks is before September 29th. I don't know, but if you have an availability during those weeks, shoot me a DM on Discord or Instagram, and we'll get something together. I know that's like way in advance. So if you have no idea what your availability is for that time, don't even worry about it right now. Yeah, I know. Going to be in the library once it opens, but I'll try and stop by for a couple sprints to hang out. Yes, love that. Library opens at 10, hoping to stay until 3 to 4. That's a lock in, CC. That is a lock in. I love this. Oh, this is so good. I love that. Alrighty, friends. Well, if there are, wait, I want to share a little bit of what I just worked on. Hmm. Trying to find a little fun spot, but I don't. Ah, I like the ending of chapter one. Um. Okay, I'm gonna read you the last little paragraph of chapter one, and then I'm gonna. Ooh, yeah, spooky story time. Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna read you this, and then we're gonna lock out, clock out. But if you want to share any lines that you wrote during the stream, do it. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Because if I don't see any, by the time I'm done reading this, we're gonna clock it out. Okay. So this is the ending of chapter one as it currently stands. In Sandra's whirlwind of excitement, she failed to share with me what time she'd be arriving on my front porch with dinner. In the bathroom, I pull out my phone to check the time 1:07. Worst case scenario, she eats dinner early and will be here in less than 4 hours. The thought alone sends a wave of panic coursing through me, and within the next 10 minutes, I'm clean, dressed, and marching towards the kitchen to start unpacking. It's just one night, one dinner. How bad could it be? Bum, bum, bum. uh, Natalie, you're so funny. I did nothing because I just joined. And we know. But you know what, Natalie? You did do something because you joined. You did something. Bet it's bad. Oh. Mm, 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 mm. I'm just gonna speak in nonsense. I have no answers. I have no answers. Hey, that does count, Natalie. Also, thank you for the reminder to all of our friends. If you like these streams and you want to just like leave a like to just show that you have fun and that you enjoy hanging out here, you know, feel free to do those things. And if you're here and you're not subscribed, or if you're watching this after the fact and you're not subscribed and you had a good time while you were watching the replay of this stream, hit subscribe, hang out, join the fam. I don't know how to shut up, so I'm going to reveal all the secrets to all these people. So stick around. You might learn things that other people in the world don't know. I can't make those promises. I really can't. Yeah, I got it, Ian. Thank you for the claps. I appreciate it. Yes, flying A's. Love it, love it, love it. Well, with that, friends, thank you all so much for being here. Oh, yep, we do have a honey sighting as we are leaving. Hold on. Everyone, spam the chat with all the corgi emojis to show love for our one and only Queen Honey. And I will see all of you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time to do some writing. And even though this little video says see you next Saturday, it really means tomorrow. Okay. I love you all so much. Y'all be blessed. Y'all keep writing. Y'all take care of yourself. Drink your water. Don't forget to eat. And don't forget to click save on your document. I love you. Have a beautiful day. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.